I bought a gorgeous 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLS63, and I didn't think it could look any better, but I just had it detailed, and man, oh man, this thing is mint. Now, it didn't exactly start this way. Well, the GLS has always looked good, but I saw it for the first time off the transport truck in a hotel parking lot. My friend Craig took this in as a mechanic special, sold it to me, and it was not only leaking a ton of engine oil, but it had a check engine light on and a low boost situation. I drove it back to the shop and got right to work with diagnosis, and I just followed the smoke. While smoke testing the intake, I found an intake boot not fully seated, so I fully seated it, tightened the clamp, and then the truck had all of its boost back. I got so lucky with that one, and then I got lucky again with fixing the massive oil leak for only $18. It was just a seal for the oil thermostat. Now, the GLS did have really broken engine mounts, which were kind of a pain in the butt to replace, but overall, this truck has been awesome, so let's just hope it stays that way. Now, the GLS is mostly all mechanically sorted and looking so good, but I'm gonna take this like 5 steps further and do the complete LegitStreetCars treatment, and you know, we're gonna modify this thing for more power because this is my next giveaway vehicle. That's right, one of you guys can actually win this GLS, and it's super easy. All you do is go to LegitStreetCars.com, buy anything on the website, and for every dollar you spend, you get 1 entry point to win. Now, every week or so, I change which item gets double entry points, and right now it's the LegitStreetCars shop wipes. So 2 times the points for shop wipes, and I'm gonna do something crazy. If you guys buy our 2 packs of any LegitStreetCars stickers, that's gonna double the entry points to anything else that you add in the cart. And there might be a glitch that we can't fix in time, but if you add the stickers and the shop wipes at the same time, I think it's gonna get you quadruple points. So not only are you entering to win this GLS63, but I'm gonna throw in $5,000 cash as well, and I'll fly you out, put you in a hotel if you wanna drive it home, or I'll ship it to you. Anyway, we have a ton of work to do to this GLS, and it's actually gonna start underneath the hood. And hang on, here's a cold start for you. Oh. Are you kidding me? This is a 7-seater SUV. I love this thing. Let's get it back to the shop. Just like that, the GLS63 is back at LegitStreetCars with its 7-seater boosted Mercedes brother, the E55 wagon. And let's get right to it. Service mode on the hood. Such a cool Mercedes feature. And we're gonna kick this party off with removing the intake manifold. So these panels are coming off. Thank you, Kevin Bublé, Kevin Bacon's cousin. Take off our cold air intake tubes. Loosen up the clamps for the air boxes. And we'll pop these out. There we go. I disconnected the one plug at the back. And get this guy out too. Ah, get off me. That's off. I'm piling up parts right here, and let me tell you, what's inside of this box, it has absolutely nothing to do with the GLS. It's something I'm so excited about. I can't give you any hints. With the air boxes out of the way, we can begin to see the intake manifold, which is right here, and we're gonna remove it in order to clean up the intake valve. So this is a direct injected engine, and it's got 140,000 miles on it. I don't know if it's ever been done before, but we're gonna find out. We do have the ECU mounted right on top of the engine, so it gets really nice and warm. They really didn't have any issues, but eventually they ran coolant through it, I learned in the last episode on the GLS. So now they have coolant-infused ECUs. I'm sure nothing will ever go wrong. All right, engine computer coming out. Get off your high horse, your pedestal. There we go. All right, there we go. This is probably really expensive. This is the intercooler tank, so we're gonna remove that. Oh, that'd be so nice. This is everything in one shot. I'm gonna pull off the vacuum. This is the boost control solenoid. There we go. Remove this clamp. All right. Am I loose? All right, disconnected an electrical plug and one more hose, and we can fully remove this and put it on our mystery box. All right, it looks like we have a gigantic wiring harness to remove next. So pull out a bunch more T30s. All right, I've gotten this wiring harness a little loose. It's connected to pretty much everything, and we're gonna have to remove fuel lines as well. So we'll pull the covers off, and we'll see our high pressure fuel injectors. Oh, and check out my new cart. My cart of organization. We just got this in, labeled it GLS. Now we're cooking. So we can get this stuff off of the blower box. Did I just say that? I mean the cardboard storage facility over here. Let's get these out of here. My game plan is just to get this harness out of the way. This one is not really covering the intake, and this one's snakes around to all of the coils and injectors, so we have to disconnect that stuff anyway. So we'll go around and I'll be very gentle and unplug everything like that. I have the harness pretty loose. We have to start attacking some fuel lines that go over the manifold. So we're gonna start cracking some of these loose. And you know what, I'm just gonna get a little rag in here, soak some of this up. There we are, there's the easy one. And underneath this little foam piece is another one we need to get, which is a pain in the butt to get to these. But I think I can manage. These aren't on too tight. I got the stubby helping out now. All right, so I got that loose, losing more fuel, rag it up. So this is one of 2 high pressure pumps. It's got one on the other bank as well. Luckily, once you get these things loose, they just come off like that, very easy. All right, I have the fuel lines disconnected. A couple T30s holding it down. Up top, these are being held in by 4 screws. I've disconnected the lines on the other side as well. And let's start removing hard fuel lines. Snake them through like that. I already got this little guy off. All right, here comes another one. Woohoo! Fuel lines are all off. Now we can go around and start loosening up the intake manifold bolts. All those are loose, but we do need to remove these pipes in front of it as well. All right, got the clamp off the turbo, so there's one of them. So I disconnected some oil lines here. And this one. Okay, get these out of the way. And then we can get this out. I had a lot of this stuff out in the last video, but it's okay, not too bad. All right, sweet. All right, now we have the charge pipes going into the intercooler here. Get these clamps loose. Now we gotta pull on this, get it out. Oh man, I don't know if these have ever been out of here. I mean, this is super loose. That's crazy. Just gotta shimmy it. I'll break the seal a little bit with a pick. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta break the seal, people. Sweet. All right, let's just go right for the seal breaking with the pick. Come on, get out. It's all loose. Ah, got it. Did I break anything? I think I broke my hand a little bit. That's okay. Okay. All right, that's out. All right, we're getting there, guys. This thing is loose, but there's still a few things in the way, like this line right here. So, I'll get that out. And let's see. Oh, that's gonna help big time. You know what, before we get too crazy, I am gonna ceramic coat this so it dries while we work. The detail shop basically just cleaned it up and it's prepped for some ceramic coating, so I wiped it down when we got here. And you know I like to work efficiently and with Armor Shield 9, the best DIY ceramic coating kit on the market. I've been using this for like 7 years now on almost all my cars. Armor Shield 9 is so easy to apply. You literally just wipe it on. You can do some pretty large sections at one time as well, so you can ceramic coat a car in like an hour after it's cleaned. Then you just wait 60 seconds and simply wipe it off. It's actually really satisfying to do this, and they are having a killer deal right now. So normally a very complete Armor Shield 9 DIY kit is $70, but right now if you click on my link down below, you're gonna save $30. So $39.99 for a complete kit that will coat every single exterior surface on your car. If you have a larger truck or SUV, get 2 kits to make sure you cover it all. And with this sale, it's the best time to buy. The ceramic coating forms an invisible layer on any exterior surface, making it super hydrophobic, so dirt and water just bead right off. It's also the best faded black trim restoring product ever. If you guys saw my last Typhoon video, you know this. It's so good. You'll love restoring trim. And then you can also coat your wheels so brake dust doesn't stick to them, and glass to keep that cleaner longer as well. Now all you have to do is click on the link down below. There's no code. This is automatically gonna get applied, but this is very limited time and quantity. So if you've always wanted to ceramic coat your car, now is the time with Armor Shield 9. You guys wanna see something dumb? We need to move this coolant pipe, but it's attached by that inverted Torx in the shadow of my finger there, which you cannot get to without removing the entire hydraulic pump for the sway bar system. So according to Mercedes instructions, this whole thing has to go just for that. I was actually able to loosen this up with my ratcheting wrench, but now it's so loose that I can't spin it with my fingers. I can't get anything. Forget about ever getting it back in. We literally gotta take the pump out for that. It's crazy. All right, so I gotta remove the belt. Oh, there's no room. Okay, belt, get out of here. Swing it over like that, okay, cool. All right, so far the bolts don't look too bad for this pump. Probably shouldn't say that at all. Yeah, these 2 up top are easy. Sweet. So far, so good. Hey, it's loose, all right. All right, we don't even really need to take this all the way out. Just need a little wee bit of room. All right, Yeah. So we can leave all these lines connected. Now we can get to this one bolt, kind of. Can't really fit my wrench in there because this piece of metal is sticking up. That's okay. It's loose enough. All right. There we go. Now this should be pretty loose. Yay. Okay, we have liftoff in the front. That's awesome. Still a lot of stuff in the way over here. This might just be a finagling job here. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. Get out of here, wiring harness. Mercedes wants you to remove this entire engine wiring harness. Mercedes, if I get this out without doing that, I told you so. But if I didn't, I'm deleting the clip. Just kidding. All right, snaking it out. It's almost out, but we are hung up. There is a connector back there. You can see the wires. Pain in the butt. We got that clip out. We can come farther forward, but I do believe there's more. There should be some vacuum lines. We're all clear. We're all clear. Oh no, did I break this? No, I think I broke this. But you can't get to this. Like, that's impossible to remove unless this is like a plug or something. You can't get in there. I can't even get it off right now. What in the world did that go to? I don't even see anything. Oh man, did I break this too? That guy broke, but that always breaks and that needs to be replaced, this plastic coolant tube. I broke this end of it in the last video. That was fun. Oh shoot, no. Oh, I broke this. But don't worry, I'm prepared because I knew the other one was gonna break, so I had that. But what is this? That is the question of the year. Anyway, here is our intercooler and intake. So this is broken, but luckily I came prepared. So this is part of the PCV system. It goes in the back of the cylinder head, plugs in right here. I was gonna replace this anyway, so we're good. Here is the valley of our M157 engine, and here are the intake valves. So I don't think these have ever been done. They're not horrible, but they're definitely in need of a cleaning. Yep, more of the same back here. But I gotta give it up to this engine, 140,000 miles, that's not bad. Dirty intake valves on direct injected engines has always been an issue, but on a lot of the newer cars, they've got the PCV system down so well that it's not that bad. Like our 15 Escalade, like those valves looked fine at like 80,000 miles. This, honestly, you wouldn't have an issue with this at all. We didn't have an issue, but good thing to clean anyway. Kudos to Mercedes-Benz, it's not bad. If we go in there with the borescope, we can get a really good view. So we're getting some solid before shots right now because we are about to mint these guys out. Ew, look at that nastiness. We're gonna walnut blast these valves. So here is my new setup. So this is a vacuum and it connects to shop air as well for the gun. And this was an idea I got from Craig over at Modern Masters. It's kind of a universal fitting that can fit many different cylinder heads because it's just a piece of silicone, something you'd use on like a Honda Civic turbo piping. It's really small. But basically the gun is inside. This is gonna shoot out the walnut media and this is gonna vacuum it out at the same time so we don't make a mess. So you can only do this when the valves are closed. So these two are open, that's covered. I just covered everything and we'll just work on one at a time. And so this is gonna go over our intake port and we're gonna turn on the vacuum and then we're hitting this with the media right now. And you just wanna kinda go around and it takes a few times of just kind of peeking in there every so often. That's what the valves look like after about like 5 seconds. So we'll keep going. We got to move this nozzle around. And if you're short like me, a bucket helps. Let's get in there. All right, we can actually push this nozzle deep down in there and then really get next to these valves. And you kind of feel the divider in between the two valves. So you kind of get on one side and then just kind of move this around. That's about it. We're eating away that carbon right now. I just got done. This looks so good. Check out our valves. So nice and clean. So this is what they looked like before. Nasty, grimy, blocking at least 3.8 horsepower. And now they are perfect, shiny and clean. It's a V8, so we got 7 more to go. Just got done cleaning the rest of these guys. They are all super sparkly and clean, looking beautiful. I'll do a final blowout so we don't have any media left in there, but the intake valves are clean. So our tool recycles the media, which is kind of nice. And then if you kind of shake this around, it'll fall to the bottom and you can see all your big chunks of carbon that you remove. So this is pretty neat. This one was all the way around the valve stem. Look at that. Look at that. So much of this stuff, and a lot of it just gets pulverized, so this isn't even all of it. There's something else we need to replace that I think we can get to from underneath. All right, with all those clean, we're not just throwing this intake back on because we have while you're in theirs. And a big one is gonna be the PCV valve, which is at the back of the cylinder head, which like you can't see. We gotta take the downpipe out. Who tightened this one last time? Oh wait, I did this job. Oh wait, we need to crank up this gun. Let's see. Jeez, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. This is the Gen 3 Milwaukee gun, let's see. Wow, all right, there's a legitimate difference there. And I love my other gun too. This thing is a beast. I can do this with my eyes closed now. Did I get it? Oh, my tool got stuck. I just had this downpipe out. I should have just replaced this then. All right, that's loose. This one's easy. I got easy with this whole thing. This side pipe is horrible. We gotta drop this whole entire trans cross member, but this one's easy. Why do I say stuff? There we go. A little shimmy sham. All right, we're gonna get this pipe out of here. Oh yeah, this is such the easy one, guys. All right, she gone. Now we should have really good access. Here's our view without the downpipe installed. And I just put my quarter drive ratchet on the back there, so this is the amount of room we're working with. Not much, but still totally doable on any newer Euro car. I mean, that's all you can ask for is just give me like a 1/4 inch and I'll cut my hand up and figure it out. Oh, I got the top one loose. Now I got the kind of easiest one on the bottom. I got it. All right, they're all loose. All the bolts are out. Got it, guys. Yes, there she is. All right, it's not too bad with the exhaust out. That's pretty easy. I couldn't imagine like unclipping this from the back of the intake if the intake was there. I don't know. I'm sure it's possible though. You know what? I think we're gonna install the intake first. That way we can kind of feel back there and just push this new one on. So I'll get this out of there. The old piece that broke. Okay, so that's that. Before we reinstall our intake, we're gonna swap out the seals. These rubber ones can be reused to a certain extent, but you know, while we're in there. Sunroof grease, I'm gonna use this sparingly here. That's enough, that's enough. Running low. With the new seals, you can line them up like that and then just go around pushing them in. Get in there. Intake is going back in. This big behemoth of a thing. Get out of here, sway bar pump. Let's see if we can get a good plop down. Doesn't want to go down because everything is in the way. Oh. I was gonna say maybe Mercedes was right about removing the wiring harness, but they're wrong. Please be wrong, Mercedes. Oh, bam. Touchdown. All right. Speaking of touchdowns, who do you guys want for the Super Bowl? Who do you want to win the Super Bowl? The Bears, they just got wiped out, although we should have won that one. But who are you rooting for? I don't even know who's gonna be in the Super Bowl at this point. I don't think anyone does. Yeah. Before I start bolting down the intake, and just in case I need to take it out, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in and make sure my theory is correct. That I should have the intake up there waiting for me before this gets bolted in. Hard to show, but that part is done. There's gonna be a hose that goes in there, but that's all you can see of it from up top. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten up all of these intake bolts. They plastic intake, so we're just gonna use this gun gingerly. That's gingerly right there. That's not gingerly. That's gingerly. Ginger. Something bad happened. I had to pull the intake manifold off because, let me show you, this bolt, it broke. It completely broke. Gosh, and I think this was already broke. Like I didn't even get to tighten it. Like when I went back there to tighten it, it was just spinning. So this must have broken when we came out and I just didn't notice it. It's all the way in the back, of course. It's the hardest one to get to. Yeah, it's all the way back here. Great, and it's not even sticking out any. Awesome. I'm gonna have to drill. This will not come out easily. This is wonderful. Center punch it right there. All right, this is a reverse drill bit. I'm trying to get in there as straight as I can, but it's a little difficult. Start slow. Cannot have this slide at all. It doesn't look like it's doing anything, to be honest with you. Oh man, what is this bolt made of? All right, we're getting somewhere. I was hoping it would just rip right through this guy. That is horrible. All right, I'm getting there slowly. All right, we'll keep going here. Gosh, these brackets are in my way. I'm as straight as I can be. I don't like the angle that I'm at, and this bracket can be moved, so I'm gonna move it, do this right. Oddly enough, one of these two bolts was not tight. Like I was able to just do what I'm doing right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, now I can get in there much more straight. Still running into some stuff, but that's better. Let's keep going. Drilling into the bolts. That's into the cylinder head. I didn't see this happening. Honestly, everything was going so well. This stinks. Dyno is in the morning. First thing in the morning, I gotta be there. I've drilled through the bolt, not as centered as I like. I should have taken that bracket off right away, but we're gonna try an extractor now. I think we might be okay. So this is gonna go in the hole like that. Now we gotta tap it in with a hammer. And right now it's biting into the old bolt. Now we're gonna get our socket on here and we're gonna try and turn it out. Come on. Turning something. Could just be slipping. Nah, I think it's just slipping. Darn. Yeah, that did not work at all. Great. This one's a little bigger. Let's get this guy in there. Come on, big brother. This is an old North Dakota trick. I'm just kidding. It's just an old license plate I had. I forget which car this is off of. 04, 2023, probably the van or something. I don't know. We just need it to protect because it's fire time, not on that harness. That would be bad. That's what we don't want. And there's harnesses everywhere. All right, I have to be insanely careful here with the MAP gas. See, I have my towel in there protecting metal from going in here, but I'm gonna burn it. I made a little slit in this license plate, so now it's custom to drilling out an M157 cylinder head. Let's see if I can get in there now without burning everything. This license plate's getting burned, that's for sure. All right, I think that's as good as I'm gonna get this. We'll get a little smoke from the plate, hopefully enough to heat this up. Ooh, we're on fire, okay, all right. Okay. License plate paint from North Dakota, probably not the best thing to breathe in. That's for sure. All right, come on. Oh, it's still not coming out. Jeez, what happened to this thing? Well, it's been an hour, guys. Got the Dremel 3000 in the mix. This bolt definitely had to have snapped when I was taking it out. It is just like fused itself to the cylinder head. That's what we're drilling into at the end of the day. So this is where we're at. I've drilled all the way through it going down, but I just cannot get it to break free. Usually after you've weakened the bolt, you can even use a little punch and a hammer and it'll just kind of fold in and you can remove it. And yeah, it's not doing that. It is just really bad. At this point, I'm gonna drill it out 1/4 inch and get a helicoil in here. So, not fun at all, people. I think we're cutting through that one side of the bolt now. Getting a good amount of material here. All right, let's back it out. This is now drilled out for a helicoil, which I'm waiting for from the parts store to come deliver with the special tool. This is an M6x1. So while we wait, let's do some spark plugs. Yay. All right, so we got ignition coils right here. Held in by a couple of E10s. And we can just pop this guy out. Got our little tool here. Come on. Oh my gosh, that is in there, guys. Jeez. All right, well, that's out. This uses a thin wall 14 for the spark plugs. All right, look at this guy in there. Are they gonna be original? Sounds original. Yeah, it's like nails on a chalkboard here, people. There we go. All right, there is our spark plug. Let's see, is it Mercedes? It's Mercedes. Yes, it is. This could be original, although I don't know. That gap would be pretty wide at 140,000. That might not be original. They might have done these once, but we don't care. We're replacing them anyway. We're going back together with a Bosch double platinum. Definitely start these by hand, honestly. On a car and an engine, you know, this expensive, you're not in a rush, just do it by hand. These heads don't have any issues. They have a ton of threads, but if you have one of those really strong impact 90-degree guns, you know, you can mess stuff up, so be careful with that. I'll tighten this up by hand. There we go, we've bottomed out. Go about an 1/8 turn, we're good. That's all you need, don't go crazy. Check out how many different coils that I found so far. We have the factory Mercedes, we have Borg-Warner, and then this one is Mercedes, but a different one than this Mercedes. You can see the newer sticker. And this is made by Bosch. So yeah, coils, they go bad, but that's why I'm replacing every single one of them, because this GLS63 is the giveaway vehicle. So you know I'm gonna go above and beyond and just make sure it's as perfect as I can make it. This spark plug back here stinks. Basically everything in the rear passenger side, not good. Except for that downpipe, that was really easy. The other side kind of stinks to get out, but this is what happens when you get to know your own vehicle. Some stuff can kind of stink sometimes, but then you just kind of take a look back and you're like, wow, that is a very, very good looking SUV. I mean, honestly, one of the best. After I first fixed this, I picked up my family and all my kids and they were like, please tell us this is ours. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna give it away. And they're like, no. And I'm like, yeah, but this is such a good giveaway. And like, we have, you know, family cars. Every single one of my kids was so bummed out. My wife was like, can I get one of these one day? And I'm like, yeah, when the Hummer lease is up, I'll find another broken one and you can have it. And she's like, how much longer? I'm like, gosh. Kind of a long time. All the coils are out and 4 new ones are out of the boxes. And over here, waiting to go in. Bosch coils, all right. Oh, and I got the coils and the spark plugs from ECStuning.com. They have a whole kit and you can save a little bit of money by buying them all at the same time. So I'll drop a link down below. ECS Tuning has parts for all your Euro cars. I've been using ECS for about a year now and so far so good. Anyway, now for this back cylinder, we'll call it the death cylinder. It doesn't deserve that name at all. There's nothing wrong with this cylinder. I just don't like that hole right there. Just bummed out about the whole thing. It was going so well. I mean, the intake was on, people. It was on. All the other ones were tight and torqued. Anyway, there's our new coil. Helicoil should be here soon. Coil. Coils and plugs are all done. This side as well, I plugged these in. This one we gotta wait till we swing the harness back over, but it's time to helicoil. So I've got a little Vaseline on my tap. Not wasting MB sunroof grease for this, all right? Taps don't get that stuff. And our M6 helicoil just arrived. So this is a special tool, but we got to tap first. All right, and we have our special helicoil tap going in. Drilled it out to the proper size, 1/4 inch, and it's cutting in right now. Sweet, this is feeling pretty good so far. Very nice, very nice. Didn't think I would be tapping into the cylinder head on this thing, but I've done crazier stuff. This isn't a big deal. Sometimes in the world of mechanics, you gotta helicoil stuff. That's why they make them. Taking this out a couple times to clean it. This should be it though. This is our last pass all the way down. There we go. Okay. Let's pray this works, people. Here's our helicoil. We don't want to lose this. I actually only have one of these in the pack, the right size one at least. And we just want to be super, super straight. Take your time. Okay, I think we're started. That's good. Yeah, it's starting in there really nice. Whew. I don't know why I'm whewing right now. Can't do that until the intake is like bolted up, but then we're gonna whew all day. All day, people. All right, I got new bolts for this, so I'm just gonna thread this in first, and we'll see if it just kind of bottoms out, but so far it's going well. All right, I've got a new bolt that I'm threading in right now, just to make sure we're all good before we go ahead and put that intake on. Oh, we're looking fantastic right now. All right, let's take this out. All right, helicoil's not coming with us, that's great. All right, guys, let's get this intake back on. Fingers crossed. Say a little dance, a little prayer, whatever you're into. Maybe just hit the subscribe button for good luck. That always works for me. Well, it's been a few hours for me. It's just a few minutes for you guys. I know I literally just put this in, but here we go again. This just means a lot more this time or something. I don't know. When I hear that torque wrench click, I will be happy. Until then, I'll be sad. Come on. You got this, dude. I don't know if I'm the dude right now or the intake is the dude. Someone's the dude. Oh. Am I doing it? Are we doing the thing? Going back together. They all started by hand real nice. And by the way, these aren't bolts that you should have to replace. They're stainless steel bolts. So that one just got fused, I think, to the head. I don't know. But either way, being gingerly. I started this with my fingers, so I'm threading it in there and it feels pretty good. You know, it's a good project when your gloves are completely destroyed. Yeah, this is feeling good. I think I'm bottomed out now. All right, here we are again. Going well, it's torquing. 6.6 foot-pounds, not a lot. Not sure what that is in Newton meters, but we might have the technology to pop it up on the screen right now. So 6.6 foot-pounds is, there you go. The more you know. I don't see a sequence for this, so I'm just gonna kind of go inside out like I always do. I'm going inside out like I always do. All right, I gotta stop with these songs. It's just so easy to create them now with AI. That inside out like I always do would be a hit. Maybe like a 1950s hit, something like that. Inside out. I don't know. Inside out like I always do. Turn my heart upside down over you. Here is the last one. The one. Oh. It worked. Oh, we're good. We are good. This intake manifold is on and it is torqued. You don't know how much like that, it's so late right now and like the dyno's in the morning, but I have to go like do stuff with my kids right now, so I have to leave. But I had to get to this point for the day. Like I can do the rest. I'm just gonna get up super early to do it. So I'll see you guys in the morning. And just like that, it is early in the morning. We have about 4 hours until our dyno tune, so I gotta work fast. Now I can start wrapping everything else up like this pain in the butt bolt for the coolant line. Bam. That's why we removed that. Before the pump goes back into place, we gotta replace this guy. I think I can sneak this in for now. There we go. Stay. Recon our little bolt. Oh, this guy doesn't wanna come out. Come on, come on. She doesn't wanna come out. Oh, this might help. Bam. What you know about that? Replacing you. The O-ring stuck in there? I don't know, but this is crustified. Oh, O-ring is totally stuck in here. There we go. Ooh, that's nasty. I'm really glad we're replacing this. Actually, this thing is way more broken than I thought. So it broke off on this end from the top, and this broke off inside because it's supposed to be way longer. Well, that's fun. We gotta dig out plastic. Oh, gonna come out in one chunk? Oh, I don't know where it just went. What is this? Get out, get out. Okay. I think it went down somewhere in there. You know what? I'll leave it as memorabilia for the next guy because I'm not taking the intake off. Yeah, I want to make sure this is extra clean for our new part, so we're Q-tipping it. Q-tipping is a real word, likely in some dictionary. What you guys doing later tonight? Q-tip it, which literally just means to clean engine parts with a Q-tip. Alex definition. All right, I got this pretty clean. We got some MB sunroof grease on our new piece. Pop that in like that. That feels good. And back together with our little screw. Start this by hand. I broke this off in the last video and I bought a new portion of this, but I couldn't get to the hose since it was behind the hydraulic pump and it goes to that guy that broke. Anyway, I just bought a whole new one. It's more Mercedes-like with this factory style clamp. We're gonna go with that. And now I can actually get to it to replace it. I'll slide this guy on and I had to reuse the clamp. They don't give you a new one. Oh yeah, you can actually do this with the pump out of the way. Sweet. Let's get our sway bar hydraulic pump back on. Actually make this very, very easy to replace. It's right front and center. All right, pump's back on. I did clean up all of our charge pipes. They look beautiful, so all this stuff can start going on. All right, let's snake this little charge pipe in next. I don't even know how this goes in anymore. Something like this, maybe. Oh, yeah. Looks right. Now I'll slide it on in. I'm going back together with the fuel lines. Now we have 3 of them to install. When you're doing high pressure lines, these should thread on very easy. So if they're not, if it stops, don't get a wrench. You're just off a little bit. You need to reposition. There we go. Yeah, they should go all the way on until they stop. Then you can tighten them with a wrench, but don't get a wrench in there beforehand. You'll ruin the threads and these lines are very expensive. Next up we have our middle line in the bunch. Now we have our biggest line. This is gonna go to the low pressure side and feed the pumps. You can see here, this is the low pressure that's going to thread in right here. And then if you wanted to check low pressure, there's a normal Schrader valve. Fuel lines are in, and now we can go around tightening them. So I like to save that until the end since they're such a tight fit. Don't have to go too crazy on there. That's good. Alex, click. Click. Fuel lines are all done and I'm just wrapping up little stuff like this ground wire. I've got the harness laid out as well, so just tightening up the hardware for that. She's coming together. All right, now it's just the fun stuff of plugging things in. Hopefully hearing some good satisfying clicks. Decent. Okay. I rate those clicks like a 6 out of 10. Intercooler reservoir and boost control solenoid going in. Sits in here like so. Yes, like that. Shiny intake tubes going in, connected to the turbo. There we go. Now we can go back together with the brains of the operation ECU. There we go. Before we get the air boxes on, let's replace the air filters. All right, let's see what we got. What do we got? Okay, I think someone else might have just replaced these air filters. Yeah, those are pretty much brand new. Okay, I already bought new ones, so we're just going for it. Yeah, this one looks cleaner, right? It's better. Yeah, new filters installed. We can get our air boxes back on. You all know this one's got a plug in the back. Can't forget that. All right, there we go. Perfect. Exhaust going back together, and then we can fire this bad boy up. I love this side exhaust. Give it a couple twists. Practically installs itself. We have the intercooler system topped up, and now I want to fire this up before we change the oil. Let's make sure everything's okay. Might take a little bit since we drain the fuel rail. There we go. Shoes back. Come on, baby. Come on. All right. That's normal after you have your entire high-pressure fuel system drained, but it should smooth out. Get in there. All right, just shut it down. Restart it. Sometimes you got to do that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, so if it has misfires because there's no fuel in one part of the rail, it will shut that cylinder down, and then you need to restart it to get it to run smooth again. So we're back. You know we gotta give this the LSC treatment, and that starts off with an oil change. Bam, there we go. Haha, I made no mess at all. We're gonna be covered. Drain plug going back in. While we're down here, we're gonna swap out the differential fluids. There we go. Wow, that literally looks brand new. Okay, this thing was very, very well maintained. I think it's got a new transfer case too. Look at how nice it is. I think it's gotta be new, right? With all that drained out, we can pump our new fluid in. Found this on Amazon for 80 bucks. It's a fluid extractor, so we have that rigged up to a Milwaukee battery. And of course, we're going back together with AMSOIL Severe Gear, and you can buy this in larger quantities to save even more money. So flip this guy on. There we go. Oh, hold on a second. There we go. All right, we got our fluid going in. As soon as it starts to come out, we're done. This is so nice, guys. I would pump this in by hand and make a big mess. This is awesome. It's doing all the work for me. It's like when AI and the robots take over. Like, this is the beginning, using an electronic fluid pump. It's the Harpy Eagle pump. All right, guys. I don't know about the old Harpy Eagle. This is taking forever. I mean, there's only like, I don't know, a quart and a half or something in there. It looks like it's flowing, but it's been like 3 minutes. This is crazy. So I'll probably eventually try a different pump. Sure is making a lot of noise, but that's our flow. That's not good. All right, we got this cheapo plastic one we're trying out right now. That's what I'm talking about right there. All right, now this should fill quickly. There we go. As soon as it starts coming out, you're done. Oh yeah, we're done. We're done with that one. Just get the old fill back in. QR code right here. Anyone want to try and scan that on their cell phone? Probably not gonna do anything. So this is a Performax, also on Amazon at some point, and also connected to an old battery. So this one was only 30 bucks. This one was 80 and it's made of aluminum. I don't know. Maybe we gotta swap out the intake. See, it's got a really small tube on it. Might need like a big cold air induction or something. Rear differential time. Let's see what we got back here. Shoot. Okay. Got that on my shirt. Great. All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's like more like original diff fluid. I'm totally changing now. Just got done filling the rear diff in about 2 seconds. With the Harpy, it's back. We got a gigantic inlet on it. It's like a 4-inch like Hellcat supercharger cold air intake. Watch this. Harpy! This thing is a monster. So if you get one of these, just go with a like 1/2-inch, hose, and you're gonna be fine. This is so cool. Game changer. All right, let's get our new Mercedes-Benz oil filter in. Going for the good stuff. All right, new oil filter going in. This is all leading up to me just wanting to use this really cool funnel that I bought, and it fits on the Mercedes perfect and screws in. Look at that. I got that at ECS Tuning as well. But it is time for the European AMSOIL 5W40. This is by far the best oil in the world, and you guys can become one of my preferred customers and save 25%. I'll drop a link down below. It ships right to your door, and they have like literally fluids for everything. Check this out. That is so neat that you can see it going in too. I love this. Oh my gosh. So cool. Now, even if you don't use AMSOIL, use their website because they have the fluid capacities for everything on your car. Engine oil, coolant, differential. It's just a wealth of knowledge right on one website. It's awesome. So don't go scouring the internet for bad info. I'll leave a link down below. Final piece of the puzzle under the hood is the Kevin Bacon plaque right there. I know it's missing the Mercedes star. I'll get that before this thing gets given away, don't worry. Put this guy in. All right, we are done under the hood. Oh, beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Gosh, this thing is so good looking. This is such a cool ride. It's almost as cool as these new pumps that I got. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? It spooled down a little bit. Oh, yeah. Listen how quiet this engine is. That's so good. So good. All right, let's go to Cannonball. Matt from Ben's house is meeting us there. We're gonna get a baseline on the dyno, and then we're gonna tune it. Matt's gonna tune it, and we'll see how much more power it'll make. Oh my gosh. It is sunny out. We get to see this beautiful metallic paint. Wow. This is so cool. And my LegitStreetCars license plates match perfect. All right, let's go to the dyno. This thing drives perfectly straight. It is such a beautiful place to be. I mean, look at the back seats. They're so nice. Pano sunroof. It's super comfy. The heated seats work amazing. It's an amazing, amazing daily driver. So this thing has Bluetooth, obviously, but it's got wired Android Auto. That's pretty awesome. Like, you gotta plug it in, but no big deal. It's got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Now, here we are, Cannonball 5252 Motors. All right, we're here. Matt from Ben's house is back. So he said this is by far his favorite, Mercedes AMG engine to tune.
Yeah, M157. I think a lot of people give it a bad rap. People are scared about cylinder scoring, things like that. I have yet to find one that has blown up on me. They take Happy Power, and if you change the oil, I never see issues out of them.
I like Happy Power. Let's get it on the dyno. Here we go, here we go. I know I'm probably repeating myself here, people, but I do think this is one of the nicest SUVs available. It's just perfect. Like, I love the front. The front end is probably my favorite part. So good. All right, we're all strapped down on the dyno. We gotta give it 50 horsepower with the performance improver. AMSOIL, stuff's awesome. It's not gonna get any power from the tune. It's all from this right here. Wait a minute. It does have soft close. What? It's like an S-Class. Look at this. It just sucks it shut. I didn't know the GLS had soft close. That's amazing. It's one of those moments where you're like, I just want to be gentle. Like, okay, well, closes pretty easily anyway. I don't really understand it, but okay. Oh, I forgot to close my door. Bam, GLS. It's got your back. So right now, Matt is sucking out the original tune file, and then we're gonna make a pull completely stock, and then with mat speed. All right, man, it's enabling our dyno test mode, which if you wanted, you could do on the street and then do smoky burnouts, but don't do that, that's bad. And right now we are gonna be calibrating the dyno. We're gonna get so many good sounds out of this. It is stock exhaust, but it still sounds pretty good. So he has to bring this up to 4,000 RPM. Then you just hit the button to tell the computer that it matches the tach, and you're good. All right, man, what's your horsepower prediction stock?
Stan's wagon made 518 and the GLS is supposed to match, so I would hope for 510 to 516.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
So Stan's got a M157 wagon in E63, and this one, you know, did low 500, same engine, so we should be able to match that. I gotta say, I kind of like the metallic gray with salt sprinkled in. It looks pretty good. All right, run number 1, about to go down. Definitely one of my favorite AMG tips. Look at that. Okay. And it's running fine. I don't know what that was. That's scary. It's on the roller.
There's gear oil right here in the front. Was that there?
I just changed the gear oil like literally this morning. All right, let's see if this thing will go in gear. It's still spinning. They're all still spinning. I hear something, or does that look okay?
Everything seems okay.
It seems okay. It's just so weird. Everything seems fine right now. But we heard that noise. So it's like, is it the car or something wrong with the dyno?
Everything seems okay.
All right. Hey, Craig.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? Would you dyno the GLS in 4th or 5th gear?
It's a 7-speed, so it'd be 5th gear.
Okay, that's 1-to-1. That's what we're finding. Okay. We just did a first rip on the GLS, and I don't know, we heard like a really loud noise, but everything seems fine. It was weird. So,
Noise.
I don't know, man. We can't find anything, to be honest with you, but it almost sounded like the brop during the middle of a shift or after a shift. You know, but it just kind of freaked everybody out, and now we're like looking around at stuff, but it seems fine.
It's stock still?
Yeah, it's still stock, yeah. We'll keep going. We were gonna put it in 4th just in case 5th is just, you know, gonna go crazy on mile per hour.
Calibrated, the power will still be pretty similar.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we just go down to 4th so we don't have to ring it out to like 150 miles an hour on the dyno, you know?
Yeah.
So, all right, we're gonna try that. I'll keep you posted. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're 5th gear on the dyno is just, man, you gotta go so fast. Look at these 22-inch wheels. We might try 4th.
It was all low voltage codes. Just because I had it sitting there on, so now.
Okay. We had a check engine light on. I was hoping that would point us in the right direction, but it was just low voltage. So that was nothing. I don't know. We're just gonna ease into it on the dyno and see what happens. I checked over all the boost pipes too because I thought maybe it blew one of those off, but they're all fine. Everything's great. All right. Good luck. You should be saying that to me. All right, we figured out the noise. It was just out of the exhaust, so you being in the room, it kind of echoed, but you guys probably heard it from the clip of the video from behind, but at the exact same time that I thought something bad happened under the hood, it did this from the back. So that's just its normal burble. I think it upshifted is what happened there. So anyway, that is good. We're letting it cool down for a little bit before our next run, but look what's at Cannonball. My old McLaren, and it's missing some stuff. So the person who bought my McLaren actually had it shipped all the way back. It's been like over a year for some normal maintenance. Yes, this is normal maintenance on a McLaren. So there weren't any issues with it at all, but he's actually putting miles on it. It's one of the highest mileage ones Cannonball has ever seen. I think it's at like 78,000 miles now, but he's doing the DLD, which is basically like the flywheel part of the transmission. So the transmission has to come out. It's just kind of easier to drop the whole thing. And then while you're in there, they might be doing these little cam fingers right here. That was kind of an issue with these engines, especially with this kind of miles. So nothing that's bad yet, but like the engine's out. And then also the cam phasers, he wanted to have those replaced on the earlier ones. That could be an issue. Everything was working fine, but in the world of McLarens, when you have the engine out, it's like you might as well. But man, oh man, do I miss this car. I love the color. It was so much fun. Anyway, let's get back to the GLS. All right, guys, look out for something weird. I'm looking at these wheels. Look at the engine too. Seems fine. Yeah, it seems okay. Yeah. Oh no. Shut it off. Oh no. Shut it off. We might need a fire extinguisher. Just in case. We got a fire extinguisher? Okay.
It's coolant.
Is that coolant?
We
Yeah,
blew
hold off, Stan, hold off. It's just coolant.
We just blew something coolant right here on the back of the firewall.
You gotta be kidding me right now. Oh no. Let's just hope this is like a plastic tube or something. You gotta be kidding me. We're gonna try and get the smoke out of here so we can see something. Oh man, guys, I'm scared.
The engine is completely fine. It's running good. Like
Yeah.
it didn't have a running problem, but it just exploded a tube.
Yeah, something blew up there. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so that hose goes to a plastic piece on the firewall.
Okay.
And that plastic piece just exploded.
How hard is that to replace?
It's not horrible, maybe 20 minutes.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I replaced so many while you're in there coolant, you know, hoses and tubes and everything. Gosh, they gotta stop with the plastic stuff on these. This is ridiculous. All right, we got Max helping out here. Came down from the editing department. Sometimes when we're over at Cannonball, Max is editing upstairs while we're filming and stuff. But right now we are definitely done dynoing. Matt actually has this part in stock. It's like a $20 part that takes 20 minutes to replace, and I didn't know. It's on the firewall. I wasn't even looking in that area, and it keeps on making this noise right now. You hear that? It's like an owl or something. It's literally the pipe back there is steaming, and it's like 9 degrees out. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but it keeps making this like weird, no, I don't know. Anyway, we gotta take care of Arnie's dyno room here at Cannonball, and we gotta fix this thing also right now, and this thing will live to see another day. We'll definitely be back to tune it. But I gotta spend all my time making sure Arnie's dyno room is minted out. I mean, this stuff, it's sprayed everywhere. Check it out, Cannonball has LegitStreetCars wipes, so I can clean everything. Look at this coolant all over. That's no problem. It's gonna be the cleanest dyno room ever. All right, let's take off our covers here. I have to fix this right now. Matt's got one of these at his shop, Ben's house, so he's going to get one. Just fix it on the spot. I'm sorry, Kevin Bacon Buble. We gotta clean under the hood here. Something Stan just told me is that we can literally wash the engine right here with the hose, with the dyno and everything. It's made for that. Like, they've done this before. Everything is water sealed, and they've literally had to do this, like, on the dyno. It's crazy. All right, I'm just gonna give it a little rinse down here, just get all this coolant out of here. And we'll do the front end as well. And I know people freak out about pressure washing engines and stuff. Everything under here has weather pack connectors, so it's gonna be fine. The key is drying it off right away. At least it's gonna be clean again. Well, it was a really short pull, so it would have made more power, but 414 and 482 foot-pounds of torque. Should be closer to 500 stock, but you know, it is what it is right now. Matt just got back with the part we needed, and I'm so thankful for him because he just drove over an hour back to his shop to get the part because I don't have a ride home, and I live like an hour away from Cannonball. Yeah, what do we got?
So the plastic just kind of completely sheared off just
Yep.
from being brittle and old with the miles.
Great. And then there, you can see the piece at the firewall right there. Is that a heater hose?
It's a heater hose, so that goes to a little heater valve under the intake to kind of go into the car and regulate, kind of like the heater valve so the heat gets hot faster. That's that whole contraption under the firewall like the old 211s had.
All right, so we just had another plastic failure. Great.
But besides that, I mean, you've done everything on here as far as like maintenance on the cars. I don't see anything else fail commonly or any like issues out of them besides these plastic fittings. So now you pretty much have everything updated on this where there's no concerns.
Matt is a big fan of the M157, and I'm becoming a big fan. Even after this, this was just, I mean, it's a heater hose at the end of the day, or a heater tube, but I love this car and I love this engine. It just feels so good. And we haven't even tuned it. That is gonna be now in the next episode. We just gotta get this back on the road. So right now, we have just loosened up this little section here so we can get better access. There it is, guys. It is just a junction. So it goes into a rubber hose with a clamp. That's all it is. It's just a little extension piece. Jeez, why isn't this aluminum? They haven't learned. All right, here we go. Old one coming out. Yeah. There it is. That's what caused it. Very nice, very nice. Cheap Mercedes plastic. All right, for whoever wins this GLS, I'll put the old one in here for a keepsake. There you go. You'd like hang it from the rearview mirror or something if you want. New one is going in. All right. Did you get it?
Yeah, so it's here.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you the crumbs.
Oh, yeah. I need to include that with the giveaway.
Be careful.
There we go. Oh, my gosh. I can break this apart with my fingers. Jeez. There you go. It's in there, just like that. About a 20-minute job, not too bad. Would have taken me 5 minutes when I had the intake off and all of that, but live and learn. Coolant going in. All right, guys, here we go. Fired right up. That's a good sign. Sounds perfect back here. How's it looking?
I'm not seeing anything leaking yet.
All right, feels perfectly smooth. Probably gonna get a little steam from all the water, and I'm gonna have to like kind of wash everything again when I get back to the shop. But so far so good. I gotta say, that was very scary, guys. That was very scary. In the moment, obviously, you have no idea what just happened, and it's just so cold that it just looked over exaggerated with all the steam and stuff. Yeah, it's like 9. Tomorrow with the wind chill, it's gonna be minus 35. It's like a crazy record. All the schools are shut down. A lot of businesses are shut down, but yeah, I can feel it. It's getting there now. Just idled down. Looking good. All right, I think we're good, people. Woo, still looks good. She's coming off the dyno. That's all you can ask for. There's actually drains in the dyno floor, and you can literally just pressure wash it all clean. It's totally fine. Oh, I'm so happy for that. The last thing you want to do on a dyno is blow your car up. You also don't want to ruin the dyno, but it makes sense that they make a dyno like that because you could have like a $5,000 Civic on there that completely grenades, and imagine it takes out your $100,000 dyno because of the fluids. They would never make it that way, so makes sense. We've got it up to operating temperature. Everything looks good. That's Matt in his E550. Just want to say a big thanks to Ben's house and Matt specifically for just all of his help today. I mean, the fact that he had the part in stock and his shop is like 45 minutes each way. So big shout out to Matt for seriously helping me out. It is very cold outside. I'm an hour away from home, and it would have been really difficult. I would have had to, well, I would have caught a ride with Stan actually. Stan lives like literally right in my neighborhood in Chicago, but still, we got the GLS back on the road and it's looking great. So far, so good. Knock on this beautiful steering wheel. It's been about 15 miles and everything is good. And this car does have Distronic or Adaptive Cruise or whatever Mercedes calls it in 2018. And I'm not sure, but I think it like drives itself. See, it's got this like green little steering wheel thing, and it is staying in the lanes. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know it has that. It's just the features just keep on pouring out of this thing. Just made it home, supercharged Escalade. No lights on except I'm low on fuel. It's super late, guys. I'm gonna go eat and sleep. I'll see you back at the shop. We'll reconvene. It's the next morning, heading into the shop. You wanna see something disgusting? It's minus 7 degrees, feels like minus 30 with the wind chill. All the schools are shut down. A lot of businesses are shut down. It's pretty bad, but that means we're gonna get probably the coldest start you've ever heard. And check it out, my family even gave me a blanket just in case the car breaks down or something. But anyone driving in this kind of weather should have a blanket in their car. This is dangerous. You break down, you could literally die. That sounds pretty good though. I knew it. I knew it. I knew we were gonna get a check coolant level. We didn't have a lot of time to bleed it, so it's probably a little low. Engine sounds good. Don't ever open this if your engine's hot. Oh yeah, just a tiny bit low. Just enough to set off the light. That's all. We'll top it up. You know I brought coolant with. Drink up, little buddy. Probably less than a quarter gallon low. We should be good. Let's go to the shop. I'm freezing. Oh my God, look at that. What? -1? How is that even possible? Yeah, that's the oil temp. That's insane. I've never seen it that low. Whoa. You guys that live in like Canada and even colder places than this, you probably see that a lot. Yes, please. We made it up to 0. It's -8 outside. I should have gotten gas yesterday. It was so much warmer. It was like 22. It was practically summer. Here we go, filling up with some 93. Oh guys, it's starting to get to me, guys. I don't know how long you can survive in this kind of weather. It can't be that long. A couple 2-3 minutes. All right, that is much better. Full tank of gas, 88-degree oil temp. That's what I like to see. Well, it only took like a half-hour drive to work, but we are up to temp. This thing feels so good. Well, I'm back at the shop in the warmth, and what a crazy ride. This was not supposed to go this way. It's so funny because I, most of the time, am bringing something way more modified to the dyno, and I'm freaking out like it's a new build. What's gonna break? I've touched everything. Everything's aftermarket. The guys over at Cannonball were like, how long do you need the dyno for? I'm like, dude, 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half max. And then we were there for like 5 or 6 hours because the coolant pipe blew up. So I didn't see this one coming. It's like a $15 part that would have taken me 5 minutes when I had the intake off. But I just didn't know. I didn't see it. So we live to fight another day. The GLS is still amazing. I love that truck, and I can't wait to one day give it away to one of you guys. And I am thankful that this broke on me. And that's why I do the giveaways sometimes for about 3 months. And I do put some miles on them. I just try to make sure everything is as good as it can possibly be. And as a reminder, if you guys want to enter the giveaway, we're doing double points on the shop wipes. And if you buy any stickers on the site, that's going to make anything you put in your cart worth double points, literally anything. It's kind of a little bit of a points glitch for you. But anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you didn't have as much of a heart attack as I did when we saw that. Oh, no, 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 no. coming out of the hood because I did not, that was not good for me at all. I think I lost a year off my life. But anyway, if you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up, share the video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel if for some insane reason you haven't already. It's a free little button and it really helps me out. But most importantly, thank you so much for watching my videos and I hope you have a fantastic day. We need to get this coolant. We need to loosen up this coolant. We need to move this coolant pipe. So I like to cover up. This was a piece of carbon all the way, and look at this. This was a key. Yeah. So our tool here. Okay, I've drilled through the bolt. I've drilled through the bolt, not as center as I'd like. I've drilled through the bolt, not as center as. And then yeah.
I pressed your picture in my pocket. Corner store soda in my hand. You smiled and slipped me one last promise, then vanished with a marching band. Inside out, like I always do. Turn my heart upside down over you. Spin me around till I'm good as new. Inside out, like I always do. Darling, inside. Oh, darling, inside out, like I always. Your name is looping in my notebook. Dotted hearts around every line. I say I'm through, but when you phone me, I'm running every red stop sign. Inside out, like I always do. Turn my heart upside down over you. Spin me around till I'm good as new. Inside out, like I always do. Oh, baby, inside. Oh, baby, inside out, like I always do. Mama says, son, she's trouble. Papa laughs, you pull through. But every time I swear it's over, back to falling right into you. Inside out, like I always do. Turn my heart upside down over you. Spin me around till I'm good as new. Inside out, like I always do. So true. Inside out. Inside out, like I always do.